Deep in a vast green forest, where trees intertwined and birds sang joyfully, lived a little girl named Nourah. She adored nature, spending most of her time among the trees, picking wildflowers, and listening to the gentle flow of the river. One day, as Nourah wandered through the woods, she heard a strange sound coming from behind a thick bush. She cautiously approached and found a large brown bear lying on the ground. His eyes, filled with sadness, met hers. One of his legs was injured, and he struggled to stand up. Slowly, Nourah stepped closer, realizing that this was no ordinary bear. There was kindness in his eyes, not fear. In a soft voice she said, "Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you." The bear let out a deep sigh, as if he understood her words. Nourah took out a small cloth she had with her, and carefully wrapped it around his wounded leg. Then she hurried to the river, filled a wooden bowl with water, and gently offered it to him. The bear, grateful for her kindness, made a soft humming sound. Days passed, and Nourah continued to take care of the bear, whom she named Alex. They spent their time together, sitting under trees, enjoying the fresh breeze of the forest. Slowly, Alex regained his strength, but Nourah knew that the forest was not the safest place for an injured bear. She decided to take him to a nearby animal shelter, where he could receive better care. When they arrived at the shelter, the veterinarians welcomed them warmly and took Alex in. At first, Alex felt sad to leave Nourah, but deep inside, he knew she was doing this for his own good. Nourah knelt beside him and said with a warm smile, "You'll be okay here, and I'll visit you often." As time passed, Alex made a full recovery. When Nourah came to visit, he ran toward her happily, hugging her gently. At that moment, Nourah realized that friendship wasn't about appearances or differences. It was about love and care. Years went by, and Nourah grew older, but she never forgot her friend Alex. She visited him regularly, bringing him fruits and honey, while sharing stories of her adventures in the forest. Alex, in return, greeted her with joy, making soft humming sounds that always warmed her heart. One day, the veterinarian told Nourah that Alex was strong enough to return to the wild, his true home. Nourah felt happy, yet a little sad. She had grown used to seeing her friend every day. But she knew that the forest was where he truly belonged. On a bright morning, the shelter team, along with Nourah, set out to release Alex back into the wild. They arrived at the very place where Nourah had first met him. As they opened the cage, Nourah stepped back, waiting to see what he would do. Alex looked around for a moment, then turned to Nourah, as if hesitating to leave. Smiling gently, she patted his head and said, "Go on, Alex." The bear stood still for a few seconds, then let out a soft, familiar hum, one that sounded like gratitude. He then turned and walked slowly into the depths of the forest, disappearing among the trees. Nourah watched until he was out of sight, feeling a mix of joy and pride. She had helped her friend heal and return to his true home, and though he was gone, she knew he would never forget her. From that day on, whenever Nourah walked through the forest, she sometimes heard a soft humming sound between the trees. And she knew Alex was still there, watching over her, guarding the forest that had once brought them together.